Hello, loves. Hello, queens. Hello, high priestesses. Today, I want to talk with you about sex energy and financial flow. Now, whether you know it or not, definitely those two things are related in so many ways. There's so many ways that the energy of sex and creation and sex and manifestation and sex and finances and sex and creativity, they all go together. So I want to talk with you about why and how, and then I want to talk to you about, hey Sally, and then I want to talk to you about what you can do to use that connection for creating the financial flow that you want, for creating all sorts of things that you want to manifest. So the first thing that you need to know that I think is important is that your sacral chakra, which is the second chakra that lives right under your navel, right? It's like right where the magic begins, is responsibility for responsible for creativity. It's responsible for like your pleasure. It's one of your pleasure centers. It's responsible for manifestation, and desire and money all are related to that energy center. And so being in flow in that area, being in flow and openness and just feeling fulfilled in that area blesses every one of those different aspects of what you're trying to bring into the world. So because I'm an energy healer as well as a coach, one of my favorite things to do is to love on that energy, that energy center, to make sure that I'm putting positive vibrations in that area and to make sure that I hold it in high esteem. I mean, one of the things that I think is so beautiful about being a woman, right, is that in this miraculous body, we contain the capacity to like hold two souls, right? Like the most powerful force of creation, which is bringing more life into the world, is something that this body does with no problem. That's the business of this body. So if you can make something as miraculous like another soul come into existence in your body, of course there's all sorts of other things that you can call into existence from this powerful place, from this energy center. So I want you to have love and reverence for the power of this part of your body. Its creative power is like unending. It is really something special. So whenever I'm feeling a creative block or any type of like sluggishness in my desire and calling things in, this is where I give energy and attention to. And I do it in a couple of ways. So one of the ways that I do it is making sure that I am nice and loose in this area, right? So beyond giving it good vibe energy and taking care of this part of my body and watching over it, one of the things that I make sure that I do is I always keep this area like nice and fluid and flowy, right? So what I use to do that is dance and stretch. I always want to make sure that my hips and my pelvis are like nice and loose and feel free and not stuck, because I want the energy to be able to flow through my body with ease. I want to be able to let things move through me as they should, and to do that I really need to use movement and just give it more freedom and flexibility, and make sure that there's not tension and stuckness, and make sure that there's not any type of like emotional stuff that's stuck in there, and movement will help me to clear that. So I always do, probably every single day, stretches in this area, because this is related to manifestation and creation and financial flow. Of course I want to make sure that this area is ready, right? It's ready for whatever, is open for whatever, and that I'm in tune with it, that I'm awake to this part of my body, that I can feel it, that I'm enjoying it, that it's not blocked, that it's not numb, that it's not like taking a back seat, that it's very much a very important part of my body, that I want to be awake and alive and in flow and feeling like luscious and magnificent. Another way that I make sure that this part of my body is related to creativity and flow and finances is making sure that I'm enjoying this part of my body, right? So this is about making sure that I'm taking care of myself as far as pleasure is concerned, and like making sure that I have what I need in that area to sustain me, right? We all, I mean, if you've had an orgasm, then you know that it can be life-bringing. I mean, I've definitely made thousands of jokes about how after an orgasm, I don't even remember if I've ever had a problem in my whole entire life. There's so much stress and so much just like emotional stuff that can get healed and cleared in orgasm. And so of course, it is a place where if you give pleasure, attention, and joy and love in this area, the fruit of that is going to be creativity and more joy and more pleasure, and then just an awakening back to myself. That's another thing that happens. I really feel awakened back to myself. I really feel more in my body. I feel more present in the world, and I show up more as myself when I've let go of a bunch of stuff, and I'm feeling very back to feeling really good in my body and in my power. So one of the things I want you to know about manifestation through orgasmic manifestation, is when you are physiologically experiencing orgasm, there's something really beautiful going on in the chemicals in your brain and what is going on in your body. All of these things really positive signals to your body and what it's experiencing. Of course, if you align that with something that you're wanting to call in, you're giving it a super boost charge in your whole system inside of yourself to create what it is that you're wanting. So when we're thinking about manifestation and using the mind, what you're doing is you're priming your subconscious mind into understanding and believing in the reality that you're creating. You're rewiring it to pull that into existence. When you're using orgasm to do that, it's the same, just amplified, right? You're actually rewiring everything, not just your mind. Your whole physiological, self is aware and awakened to what you're wanting to create and has positive response to it. And so it's even greater pull than just doing the mindset work. So that's a really good, powerful cheat sheet for you if you're wanting to use that. I mean, I highly recommend it, and I certainly do, to just get this whole system in alignment and in flow and in a very powerful, positive place about whatever the thing that you're wanting to create. So you keep it in mind, and then you let your body have this beautiful experience that wraps and envelopes what you're trying to create in it. Another thing that I'd like you to think about in regards to that is in regards to, just like sex energy, creative energy, and your finances, is that in this area, if you have difficulty asking for what you need or allowing yourself to relax into pleasure, enjoy pleasure, embody the pleasure, maximize pleasure, then you might also be having trouble allowing yourself to receive all sorts of things, especially money, right? So if you have difficulty just saying what you want or letting yourself be the recipient of a great deal of pleasure, you might also have a link there related to not being able to allow yourself to receive a great deal of financial abundance also. So I want you to think about how you can play in your life with the idea of asking for what you want and allowing yourself to receive pleasure and sexual energy, and see how it mirrors to what you can ask for and what you're willing to receive in your finances. I think that's a beautiful place to play with it, because I think with money sometimes it can be a little bit more subtle. You don't always know clearly how you're not letting it in. You can't see it, but I'm pretty sure with sex you're aware whether you're getting what you want or not. And the vulnerability and mostly just vulnerability, the vulnerability that's required for you to show up fully and say what you want and allow yourself to receive what you're craving, what you desire, is a bold leap for how you show up in every area of your life in allowing yourself to receive. Your relationship to pleasure absolutely mirrors your relationship to abundance. So if you feel like sexually you don't have the courage to ask for what you want, or you limit your ability to receive pleasure, then I definitely feel like that is a perfect place to be bold and see how easily it will positively impact all other areas of accepting and asking and receiving abundance in your life. Okay? So, in summary, this sacral chakra of yours is your creative center. It's your manifestation center. It's all about desire. It's all about pleasure. When you are living in this energy, when you have reverence for this energy, when you're taking care of this energy center in your body, if you're allowing yourself to have the pleasure that you want, if you are giving yourself to desire the things that you want, if you are feeding into those things, it will just like blow up your capacity for creativity, and it will increase your financial flow. It will, because of course, you being more creative in the world, you being able to live through in your desires and actually call them in, you being able to manifest is going to make it so that you can create more financial flow. So my best advice to you is, as much as possible, move this area of your body, move your hips, move your, shake your ass, move this, create flow in your body in that area, let it feel free, shake shit off of that center of your body, be awake in that area of your body, and then come alive to the things that are calling you, come alive to your pleasure, come alive to your desire, come alive to receiving everything that you want, and see how that positively impacts your finances. All right. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you very much. Have fun. Take care of yourself. Give yourself what you need, partner or not. Get your pleasure on. Get your pleasure on and prosper. Okay, that's my advice for you today. Get your pleasure on and prosper. Love you.